Good morning, everyone. Today we are climbing to Raigad, the capital of Hindavi Swaraj. More details on the way. So these are the steps heading to Raigad. Uh, how to reach here? Quick updates. The nearest railway station is Mangaon, which is on Konkan Railway line. From there, you can hire a cab or auto to the village below, that is Pachad. Our nearest bus stop is Mahad. From there are regular buses coming to Pachad. And from Pachad, you can climb up through the steps or you can use the ropeway. To give a quick history of this fort was originally called as a Rairi. It was coming under More clan, who were feudal lords of Zawli region. When the Swaraj was established in 1600s, they were trying to interfere in Swaraj rule. And so finally in 1656, Shivaji Maharaj took over Zavli and it became part of Hindavi Swaraj. Since then, since 1656 to 1674, lot of development happened on Rairi, and it became Raigad, and the capital was shifted to Raigad. Originally, the capital was Rajgad, which is in Pune district. Why it is shifted? What happened after that? So lot of history there that we will discuss on the way, and just see the beautiful nature around here. It's quite formidable. It's quite mountainous region, so it's very good for defense, as well as it is very close from coastline, so it is good to keep eye on people like British, Portuguese, Dutch, etc. Yeah, so these are the mountains around Rajgad. Sorry, Raigad. Beautiful. So the original capital of Hindavi Swaraj was Rajgad, which is in Pune district. It is also in mountainous region. So in the defense perspective, it was very nice fort. But the problem with Rajgad was there was not enough flat space available at the top. So as the Swaraj grew, a lot of officers, lot of new departments were needed, and that's where the decision was taken to shift the capital to Raigad, where enough space is available. So see this straight cliff. So this kind of cliff makes this Raigad fort quite resilient to external attacks. So this road, that is the only road available to climb. So yeah. So we are approaching the first gate. This is Maha Darwaja. We'll see the details once we reach there. So the main entrance, what we see from down, is now hiding behind these two watchtowers. The thing is, if the enemy is approaching, he cannot smash the door with momentum. He has to take a turn, and once you take the turn, you are basically losing the momentum. And at the same time, the soldiers on the top of these watchtowers can shoot at you. So that's how this door is constructed. Yeah. So now we are going to the main entrance, Maha Darwaja. चल and here is the Maha Darwaja. It looks like the gateway of India. At top you can see the two signs, Sharab hunting a elephant. After that you can see the lotus and the Mahadarwaja with the spikes on it, so that if someone is trying to smash on it, get pierced. After entering from this main door, you can see now you cannot go straight. Here you will come up to here and immediately you have to turn. So even if you breach the main door, you cannot have like open entry to the fort. You have to turn, and where at that same time the defenders can shoot from there. The first fortification, the Mahadarwaja, from where we entered, and we will be going up there. So the idea is, even if the lower part of the fort is captured by enemy, you should able to continue the fight from the top. These are the lakes created to trap the water, monsoon water, so that it can be used. And the stones excavated from this lake are used for the construction of walls. So it serves the dual purpose, gives the rock and saves the water or stores the water. So as you can see here, there are, this is the Bazar Pet or the main market. There are around 44 shops and maybe some lodges for the visitors. And if you can see a little bit far, you can see the Jagdishwara temple and the memorial of Shivaji Maharaj, where his last rituals were performed. So as you can see, there is a lot of space available here, around 1200 acres, and where you can accommodate all the offices. So that's why this fort was chosen as capital. So let us talk about what happened with the fort after 1674, or coronation of Shivaji Maharaj. It continued to be a capital. Shivaji Maharaj took his last breath on this fort in 1680. And Sambhaji Maharaj became Chhatrapati. At that time, Aurangzeb thought this is a delicate time, right time to conquer Hindavi Swaraj. So he came down to Dakhan with 9 lakh soldiers to conquer Hindavi Swaraj, which was having a standing army of around 1 lakh soldiers only. So that was the disproportionate fight. But using guerrilla warfare and forts like this, Swaraj was fighting back. In 1689, Sambhaji Maharaj was captured by Aurangzeb and finally killed. And during that time only, this fort was captured by Mughal, and it stayed under Mughal and then Siddhi control up to 1733. But in 1733, under the leadership of Chimaji Appa, the knights named Lad, or surname Lad, they attacked this fort and captured it and took it back to Hindavi Swaraj. But by that time, the administrative capital was shifted to Pune. The capital, or Chhatrapati Shahu Maharaj, was residing in Satara. And from there they basically Satara became the capital. And finally in 1818, British attacked this fort and took over the fort. How that happened, that story I will tell, we'll discuss little later. So yeah, so that is how the fort changed hands and finally came back to Hindavi Swaraj, and finally ended up with British. So these are the houses of officers and ministers of Swaraj. and up there is the main court of Swaraj. We will see that later. This is a bath, so this is where you can have bath, and here is the drainage. Where is it? Here is the drainage, and it goes out. And with the bath, I think this looks like toilet. I'm not sure. And yeah, so this looks like a house of some minister or some high-ranking officer. So this is the main court of Shivaji Maharaj. This used to be a golden chair, and this is the whole darbar or whole court. There used to be a roof that has collapsed. There was a sound reflection phenomena they have created so that whatever was spoken at this entrance was clearly audible at the main chair. So that was the effect created. But now because the roof has collapsed, and so we cannot have that kind of effect now. So this is backside of the court. This is the main palace of Shivaji Maharaj. Behind me is Rani Vasa, or the residence of the queens, and behind that is a compound, and behind that compound is the houses of ministers. So this is the main arrangement. This is the Jagdishwara temple, what we saw from the main market. This is the inscription in Sanskrit about foundation of Jagdishwara temple. This is the sign or mark of the chief architect Hiraji Indalkar. It says, "Ready for the service, Hiraji Indalkar." Here is the Samadhi or the memorial of Shivaji Maharaj. What you see here is old storage of all the ammunition, and so all the gunpowder and everything was stored here. And in front of that, if you can see, it's a mountain called Potlacha Dongar, or it looks like a tummy, so it's called as Potlacha Dongar. What happened in 1818 was British attacked this fort, and they was not able to capture it. So someone gave the insider information that here is the ammunition depot. If you are able to burst that, the fort will be defenseless. So British took their guns on this mountain, and from there they fired on ammunition depot. That was blasted, and because of that, finally British was able to capture this fort, and that marked as end of Maratha Empire in 1818. This is Takmak Tok, or the peak from where the traitors and criminals were punished. So they were thrown in the valley, so it was a form of capital punishment. This is Hirkani Buruj, or Hirkani Watchtower. There is an interesting story why this tower was built. There was a lady named Hirkani who used to come to Raigad to sell milk. And one day while selling milk, she got delayed, and the main doors of Raigad were closed by sunset, and the sentries didn't allow this lady to go down. But the lady was having a newborn child at home who was waiting for her, so she was quite anxious to go home. And finally she decided to take a dangerous route from this cliff, which was quite steep, and somehow managed to go home. She was injured, she was having a lot of bruises because of the thorns of the tree, but she managed to reach home. So next day again she came back on Raigad with milk, and seeing her at main gate, the sentries were quite astonished that they didn't allow this lady to go down, but now she is coming at main door.
So they inquired that how did she went down and all, and she told that she went down by this dangerous route. But no one believed her. So finally, the word reached to Shivaji Maharaj, and he ordered a couple of climbers to go down and check. And they verified that there are some traces that someone has went down yesterday. So Shivaji Maharaj then gave order to build this watchtower, saying if someone can go down from here, someone can use this route to escape, or someone can climb up from here. So this watchtower was built, and in honor of the lady who went down from here for her newborn child, this was named as Hilkani Watchtower. So this story is remembered in history, signifying or showcasing love of a mother towards her child.
This is the ropeway. So for the people who cannot climb, they can use this way. It takes around 5 minutes to come up or go down. Yeah. The one-way fare is around 210 rupees, and both way fare is 260 to 300. So fairly reasonable. चढायला सोपा आहे हा सोपा म्हणजे चढायला उतरणं जास्त अवघड आहे. एका दिवसात चढणं अवघड आहे तो उतरणं अवघड आहे. ते दुसरा रोपवे वरती जातोय बघ या साईडने जातोय इथनं दिसेल तुला इथनं दिसेल. If we ask the question, what was the inspiration behind Hindavi Swaraj, the answer will be one person, Rajmata Jijau Ma Sahib. After shifting the capital to Raigad, because of old age, the weather on Raigad was little bit harsh for her. So a palace was built in Pachad village at the footstep of Raigad, where she stayed. And 5 days after the coronation ceremony of Shivaji Maharaj, she took her last breath in this Pachad village, and here is the memorial built for Jizamata Ma Sahib.
And with this, we will end our trip here, and now we are heading back to our home. So, this was my sincere effort to peep into history and beauty of this great place. Hope this video was informative and helpful to you. There is lot to learn here at this place. There is lot more to see. There are lot of details which I might have missed or I have missed. Might be some mistakes I have done, but I urge you all to visit this place at least once in your lifetime. It's a great place to come and honor Shivaji Maharaj and the Hindavi Swaraj he has built. So with this, I will conclude this video. Jai Hind, Jai Shivrai.